About a year ago, I dropped out of university, and I didn't mention it much on this channel because I wasn't sure whether or not I'm going back, because I also didn't have enough proof and backup information to base my decision on. But now that I have more clarity and I've gathered more information, in this video, what I want to share with you guys is, a little background story about myself and my past, what prompted me to drop out of university, and my plan to win big without a degree. Now, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Liam. I'm 19 years old and I was born in Pennsylvania, US, and 4 years later we moved to Lebanon, which is where I'm currently based. Now, I decided to start this YouTube channel to share my entrepreneurial growth journey, and you can see this is my first intro video that I recorded on February 5th, 2023, and back then I was still in university, by the way. So far a lot has happened and I've documented it along the way. First of all, I got like massive success and growth on my Instagram page. And I also shared like the strategy on how I got it organically. I also, moved from social media marketing onto AI automation agency. I shifted business model. So I also shared why I did this. I got my first AAA client, and finally I made like my first ever 1K in a day at 19 years old. So you can see all of those results that I shared on my YouTube channel. And in between those results videos, I actually documented like my whole journey and process, and shared like the lessons, the experiences, and the mistakes that I kind of gone through in my journey, so you can, guys learn and take as much value. Now, in terms of education, like most of you, I went to high school and graduated from high school as well. And during my time in school, here's the thing, I felt like I needed to do something more, something bigger. So during my time, I started different side hustles, including crypto trading, building an educational website, designing NFTs, music production. I tried DJing for a while, and I also started my fitness journey. And I also bought a ton of courses, including, courses about programming, digital marketing, ethical hacking. And although they were very basic, they taught me a lot of valuable fundamentals that I'm still using to this day. Now, although I failed in all of these side hustles, I never thought about stopping or even settling for average. So after school, I attended university, and my goal was to really gain specialized knowledge. And so my first semester, because I love tech, I decided to major in mechatronics engineering. For those of you who don't know it, it's like a combination of mechanical, electrical, and computer engineering. And this is what my schedule kind of looked like, my mathematics exam, and also me flexing my arm in the university elevator. Now, the lighting there is amazing, so I thought, why not take a photo as well? So at the same time, I started my first IG page, as an Instagram page, as a side hustle. You can check it out on Instagram. It's called Money Royalty, and it has more than 101 followers now. So basically, I started this IG page while I'm at university because I saw my older sister, she had a huge gallery of screenshotted quotes. So I thought, why not repackage them and upload them on a page to build a successful page or brand? And so that way I would learn the skill of content creation and social media marketing, make some extra income on the side, build proof of work so I can use it later as a part of my portfolio, learn how to build a brand, potentially grow a successful online business out of it. Let's look at what happened after 2 months of starting this page. Well, basically, after 2 months of consistent posting and kind of hacking the IG algorithm, on November 2022, I had 101 followers, and I started this page from zero, by the way. Till January 2023, it was the beginning of it, I was able to reach 89,000 followers. It was all organic followers, no paid or fake ones, and you can check out like the stats on Social Blade to kind of verify it. And again, this is my YouTube video kind of explaining how I've done it. Now, after this massive growth, I started getting messages from people wanting to learn how I've achieved it. So I built a program and started teaching them how they can grow their page and monetize it too. And during early 2023, I had also started my YouTube channel. This again is the introductory video of myself and my channel. Now, I'd also told you that to keep you in context and to show you like what I was doing during my time in university during my first semester. Now, coming to the second semester, which began in the beginning of like 2023, it was the spring semester, I switched majors in university from mechatronics engineering to economics. And because I figured that, you know, the 4 year engineering major was mostly theoretical, I asked a lot of guys out there in university, and they told me like the exact same things. Also, engineering took a lot of my time and energy. I used to spend a lot of time just studying all the time for like the upcoming exams for engineering. And also, finally, economics was easier and would give me enough time to grow my business. You know, now here's the thing. After studying both majors, I felt that neither mechatronics nor economics were things I wanted to study in university. And here's why. First of all, the lessons were very theoretical and lacked the practical touch. Whether it was in economics or mechatronics, it's the same thing. Everything is kind of theory, you know, not everything, but most of it. So I think that, you know, studying alone is not enough versus studying and then applying and repeating the process over and over again, where every time you study and you apply what you study and then analyze like the mistakes you've done while applying and then iterating on them and repeating the process is the way to go. You know, I have some quotes to support this kind of view, which is, in the end, we retain from our studies only that which we practically apply. Proves it, right? And then we have, wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Said by Albert Einstein. We have Brian Tracy saying that, I believe through learning and application of what you learn, you can solve any problem, overcome any obstacle, and achieve any goal that you can set for yourself. And finally, learning is a matter of gathering knowledge. Wisdom is applying that knowledge. So you can see the keywords here in those 4 quotes. You know, they're the same. They're applying and practice, applying. So all this is taking the information that you get and applying it into real world scenarios so that you can verify, first of all, how this information works, and even if it works, because some information that you learn isn't necessarily true or it's outdated, right? So the second point is the educational system is way too general and outdated these days. Whereas, like, if you really want to gain massive success in an area, you need to go in the narrow path. Like, rather than learning a bit of everything, you need to go like fully into something and go in depth. So specialize in it and learn up-to-date information. You know, I found that in university, most of the curriculums and the programs we learn were, you know, theoretical, first of all. And second, they were very general. Like, they lacked this in-depth teaching. And I understand why, you know, but I felt that this wasn't the best way or the fastest way to learn. Third, I studied for my exams by watching free YouTube videos so that I could understand the course material. Now, how controversial is that? You know, you can find most of the course material these days on YouTube explained there for free. So, like, what's the point? Okay. The fourth is, it took away a lot of my time and energy, which I could have spent on self-education and growing my business. I used to wake up mostly at 5 a.m. and work on my business till around 7:30 a.m. before I went to university. You can see the program or the blocks in blue were my deep work sessions. I woke up at 5, took a cold shower, and then prepared my coffee. And it would be like 5:30 p.m. already. And this is where I just sit down and do my work. And I love those moments because it was like 2 hours of deep work. But after this came university, and after, you know, finishing university, I was very tired. I didn't have enough energy, and therefore I couldn't focus or divert my focus on the business so I can grow it and kind of beat my competition who is working on this business in this market 24/7. Fifth is, in my case, I figured I don't need a degree to define my level of business expertise, right? Because business studies, I saw it as just learning the terms of business and also learning some theories. But in business, like what I truly saw is this quote said by Peter Drucker, for example: entrepreneurship is neither a science nor an art. It's a practice. Like, you gain the most experience and knowledge in entrepreneurship by practicing it, by going out there and trying. Like, this is from my experience, right? So I've done university for a year, and I've also been full-time into entrepreneurship for a year, and I can see the difference in the learning altitude that I was able to, learning magnitude that I was able to get between those two. And I can tell you that from being an entrepreneur, from growing a business, I learned way more than from learning like in business in university, business in university, sorry. There's also this quote by Albert Einstein, which is, learning is experience, everything else is just information. Like, you can get all the information in the world, but if you don't apply it, if you don't practice it, like, what's the point? Again. So sixth point is, most of my business teachers didn't even have an actual business. So they had this car, yes. Did they have a business? Not really, most of them. So with all that being said, I am not against university. I think that without it, modern society would collapse. And I personally don't see the value in going there for the reasons I've just mentioned earlier, and even more that I haven't mentioned in this videos, maybe because I forgot to put them on here. But really, like, it's a topic that's so big that I won't get into detail on this video, but I think I've said enough in terms of why I decided to kind of drop out. Now, although I had the opportunity to learn and graduate from the second best university in my country, which is Lebanon, for free, I've taken the decision to drop out and follow the path to career success with the guidance of specialized mentors that I get to choose. Now, my last day in university was this. I kind of took some pictures to remember, and this is me just, exiting university. I call it the exit to freedom. And now that I've dropped out of university, what am I spending my time on, right? So this is a question I've been asked a lot of time by my friends and acquaintances who are still there and kind of encouraging me to get back. And it is like, okay, so now that you've dropped out, what are you doing? Well, this is what my daily routine looks like. So basically, I have my first deep work block right after I wake up. So it's from 7:30 a.m. till 11 a.m. This is a.m., not p.m. Sorry about that. So I work on the first priority tasks that are that require more like strategy, analysis, and even building, because in this time period I focus the most. So this is my first deep work block. After this, I have what I call the recovery period, which is from 11 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. It's not p.m. So here I have a cold shower and I prepare my coffee, and this gives me like a refreshing feeling to get back into work, because when you sit and work for a certain period of time, you get a bit tired and get out of flow gradually. So you need something to recover and get back in. And so this is when I get back into my second deep work block. So 11:30 a.m. till 2:30 p.m. I also do my second deep work block. Again, it's more of strategy, analysis, and also mostly building my software at the moment. And after this, I have my lunch. I read for like 15 to 30 minutes, and I take a power nap. So after the power nap, I go to the gym for about an hour and a half. And then after the gym, I have my reactive work block, in which I take my calls. Sometimes I read, sometimes I watch some podcasts and educational content. And a few times, I record some YouTube videos to upload on my channel and keep it up to date, while trying as much as possible, to share the value and the experiences that I learned. Sometimes I would be so busy in the business that I wouldn't do any of those three, the last three, but I would just like use the reactive work block to have some calls and to also focus on continuing the building process in my business. And finally, I have my night routine, which is from like 8:30 p.m. all the way to 11 p.m. Here I have dinner, spend time with family, and finally prepare for the next day. So I write down my tasks that I need to do in priority order. I also journal and reflect at what could have been done better in the day, and also to keep like a story of my life and how it's been. So yeah, this is basically it, and then I read and sleep. So my goals from all this dropping out, building a routine, following this routine, and building a channel, you name it, right? My goals from all this are really, first of all, like to build my health and well-being. As you've seen, my fitness, for example, I always eat healthy food and nutritious. I have this wallpaper on my lock screen. It always reminds me of like building myself, right? Making myself stronger, carving the body and the life that I want. And the video that just went by is me having an amazing run in the lake and the mountains. It was very refreshing, and yeah, just finishing up with it. So this is my first goal. The second goal is to build my business empire. Now, I've always dreamt of being like maybe a CEO and someone who founded a company that provides real valuable material or products to the marketplace. And third is gain freedom and abundance. And by that, I mean be able to work wherever and whenever I want, and be able to choose what to work on, and also have financial freedom and abundance so that I can afford whatever I need without the worry of money. Fourth is build long-term relationships with long-term people. And as you can see us in the picture, the cult, that's what we call it. You're gonna see those legends maybe soon appear on the media, but just we're always building and becoming the best versions of ourselves. And fifth is build my success story. So this YouTube channel is a great platform to do that because I get to share the videos and everything on it. And I've always had this vision of, doing a movie of myself. Yeah, just doing a movie or documentary where I share the secrets and the strategies that got me to a successful position. And the sixth is enjoy my work. I want to find enjoyment and fulfillment in my work. And here's an example of times where I didn't. So even though I was hustling with full focus 24/7 on my Instagram business, and even though I had amazing habits and routines installed, and even though I was making double the average monthly salary of my business teachers and business graduates, at least in my country, I realized that I was getting good at the wrong thing, at least for me. Like, I did not find fulfillment and enjoyment in growing and managing my Instagram business. I felt that I wanted to work on a business related more to tech. And so, looking at my past, I got more confirmation on what I really want to do. And since I majored in mechatronics and economics, I tried side hustles that involved building things like websites, courses, music, and I used to daydream about inventing the best tech products in the world. I realized that I like working on businesses that involve tech. And so this was an old picture, a bit old this year, of me actually building the AI appointment setter, which is the main AI product I'm building at the moment. And I believe it will serve like a ton of value to the marketplace by replacing a boring yet very crucial job for coaches and other types of business owners who might need it. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this video gave you like a clear idea of why I dropped out of university. Maybe you're thinking about it as well, or you're just watching to have an idea of like what's life without university. I don't know, but my goal from this video was to give some answers to those who need them, and to also share my journey and document it more, because I believe being transparent and sharing every step of the journey will give you, let's say, or other people who are in need of this, like more context of what I went through and what I experienced to get to where I want to be, which is hopefully in the near future, somewhere in a place where people look up to me and they want to also get there. So this video, if it's not built for now, it's built for the future, for those of you who will be watching it and learning from it. And yeah, this is me. If you'd like to follow the journey further and look at the behind the scenes of what's happening in the life of an entrepreneur, the mistakes, lessons, again, experiences, I share all of these to make sure that I build like basically a Google of myself, so that, you know, when I gain this massive success near in the future, I have a channel, I have a knowledge base that contains all the strategies and stuff that I did way back that led me to this point where I gained this massive success. So, all I ask from you now is to take care of yourself, take risk, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.